Hey, what's going on, guys? MinTheQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. This is episode number 173 for our final season of the Chevrolet Rock and Roll 400. We're rocking the normal paint scheme for the UPS Ford here today. Definitely, it's probably going to be 100 laps of dominance, knowing our track record here at Richmond. Seeing how it's one of the more easier tracks of the schedule. So, yeah, in terms of like the... Oh, boo-hoo if you're not happy about us leading the points by like over a full race at this point. We can't really do any work here. We're not going to go build anything or whatnot. Like, we're basically done in terms of like our equipment, essentially. We got 11 races left to go in our playthrough. So take a look at the point standings anyway. As I mentioned before, we're now leading by over a full race over Dale Earnhardt Jr. Just kind of just going along with our 43 career wins. We've sang Ode to Joy 43 times in this whole playthrough. Let's try to make that 44, actually, once we actually go to Richmond. So what stuff are we going to bring? Well, honestly, we could just bring this. No problem. Doesn't really matter which efficiency that we're going to have. And as for the stuff... Anyway, because I know we got New Hampshire and then we got Dover afterwards. Again, it just doesn't seem to matter. I don't think like which one we should bring. Either way, 90 overall car rating. Let's just hit the track. Of course, we got to make sure we're running the default setup here today. Make sure our transmission's on manual. And now let's begin our qualifying session. Richmond's always one of those fun tracks in this game. I don't know why. In Thunder 04, it's like one of the more easier tracks to drive anyway. As I say that as we just completely lock up the front tires. This could be a lap 1 pole still, even despite that mistake. Hopefully we can keep it that way as we try to... Oh, okay, we got a little bit tight off of turn 4 as well. Do we even get a lap 1 pole? No, we don't. We qualified dead last. Hopefully we don't. We gotta do better than that. Yeah, we definitely gotta do a little bit better than that, of course. Especially since we gotta keep the sponsors happy. Car gets tight still. Let's see. Will it still be enough for pole? We'll take that one. No, it's not. We're qualified 12th. Oh, boy. So, right out of the gate, we're not going to be able to get the sponsorship money. Of course we're not. So, we're going to qualify 12th and just work our way to the front, it seems.
Short track racing under the lights tonight from the Richmond International Raceway. Richmond offers a little something for everyone, doesn't it, Barney?
Well, Richmond is a short track with a wide surface. They can go a lot faster than it appears on this speedway. Look for a lot of passing and a ton of close calls.
How about the consistency shown by the UPS Ford?
Yeah, one of the biggest keys to his success at these tracks is that he always takes good care of his car. A fast car doesn't do you any good if it's not running at the checkered.
Things are not going well this year for Jack Sprague.
I do think he's going to turn things around. These guys have been working hard to make that car more competitive. Now he's just got to keep it out of trouble.
Jeff Green was the 2000 Busch Series champion, thoroughly dominating everyone on the circuit that year.
Plus, he was the runner-up in 1999 and 2001. He'd like to get the finishes and the consistency he enjoyed over that 3-year run here in Winston Cup.
Of course, it is the usual suspects towards the front. We're starting in P12. We kind of messed up qualifying really bad. I'm not going to lie. We kind of deserved where we qualified. But either way, 100 laps here today. And underway we go. Already I forgot my button presses because I'm so used to playing Thunder 2000. Yeah, not a good way to start this race anyway. I just got to remember now, this car is going to plow tight because of the way the default setup is. We're going to try to get ourselves to the front as soon as we possibly can because Junior's going to get that 5 bonus points. You know, say la vie or whatnot. We're already up to 9th. Going to be make it 8th here really soon off this corner. We have the race pace, though. I will say, I can just say that already. We're going to have the race pace to get up there and just work our way to the front, as we're going to be more uber aggression this time with the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Have to feather the throttle, make sure I don't go straight off into the wall, because it is notorious with the default setup to be really plowing tight off of 2 and 4, especially 2. If you just you have to be patient off the throttle in turn 2 on default setups. Try to make a move on Harvick here down the inside. I'll get that back end kicking out a little bit, but not the type of kick out I was hoping for. We're gonna try to get the elbows out and just force happy Harvick to be not so happy, and force him off into the wall. That's the wrong driver to force off into the wall. However, 4 laps in, we're still trying to get ourselves towards that lead. Like, once we do, I think we're just gonna be smooth sailing from this point forward. 2 pit stops, of course, compared to Thunder 2000's 1. Oh, watch that red line on the tack, as the Daytona USA announcer would say, or crew chief or whatever. So now we're inside the top 5. Either way, we're not going to get that sponsorship money, even though we really don't need it. But it's just, you know, Thunder 2004 with their expectations with Robert Yates Racing. I mean, if they were to finally leave us, I mean, I don't blame them. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of giving up on the story at this point. As already we have somebody blown up. That's Hermie Sadler. F to pay respects for Mr. Hermie anyway. Pee-wee Hermie Sadler anyway. Labonte's been running in 3rd so far. Jimmy Johnson 2nd. Of course, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the lead. I'm mainly looking after that 8 car, though. That's mainly who we're racing against. It took us a good bit, but we've managed to finally get up to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now it's, you know, being faster is one thing, but passing is another. I say that quite a bit, though, in terms of, like, even like in real life races, as well as we're going to try to think about making the inside move onto Dale Earnhardt Jr. with the back end really kicking out there. Can we even lead this lap? No, we won't. But hopefully we have the inside of the preferred line, and we're gonna. Well, we're already at the front, and we take the lead away. We're cleared of Dale Jr. So 12 laps is all Dale Jr. is going to lead, or at least for the time being, until like pit stops or whatever take place. And now, let's just say, come sail away, sail away with me. Demonetization. But jokes on YouTube, I'm not having that 1,000 subscriber thing yet, so no money will be earned. But laps will be earned instead, if anything at all, that is. Look, I know I mean 173 episodes in. I'm gonna be, my humor is gonna be old to you guys at some point. Well, when in doubt, there's always Christian Fittipaldi existing, of course, in that 43 car, always running stone dead last. Just always being in a nuisance, knowing he'll be a lap down basically almost every race that he's participated in. Literally nothing's happened. Jimmy Johnson might try to take 2nd away from Dale Jr. I guess he only had a short run setup. I mean, that short run setup got on the pole at least, so got 12 laps left. It's like, I guess mission accomplished at this point. You can only hope that for me to just keep blowing up, I guess, at this point, really. We got Ashton Lewis right here. We're going to put him a lap down. Literally, nothing's really happened, though. And Jimmy Johnson did take 2nd away from Dale Earnhardt Jr. So, new 2nd placement is Jim May. Pit stops will be coming up pretty soon. Cars doing just pretty much tight. We can't change the setup, though, because, you know, it's the rule I made since Daytona of this season. Cannot adjust the car setup at any point. What you see is what you get for default setups wise. If I were to adjust the setup, you know, that championship would have kind of been pointless anyway. It kind of would have been pointless, because I would honestly, if I were to continue to allow custom setups, I probably would have won 30 of the 36 races, and that boy ain't right for content, I don't think. We just continue to put cars laps down. Like, it's honestly not even funny. We got Casey Mears, and then we got Mayfield up next as well. Oh man, this car is just it's tight. It's tight. That's what's wrong with it. But we can't make the setup adjustments. And Harvick just took 3rd away from Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr. is kind of falling back a little bit here. I'm not sure who I want to come in 2nd in this race. Maybe Jimmy Johnson. Honestly, I don't know. Pit stops should be occurring really soon. Anyway, since I kind of want to stay as long as I possibly can to get as much laps led, so I don't let anybody else lead any laps, because I know Dale Jr. is pretty much the only competition, but even so. I'm not running a charity here. I'm running a clinic.
The 25 car just got into you.
Never mind. I'll keep my fucking mouth shut until we actually say we're done.
Car is outside.
How's that sound?
Okay. Looks like some of the leaders are
Fuel tank's almost empty. Time to come on into pit road. Lap 40. Car does look good, but we're still tight as molasses. Hopefully we don't run into anybody going into pit road this time, please. Can we actually just solidify this deal already? Alrighty. Alright. All four. Everything's the way it is. Unfortunately, we can't make any adjustments. And let's get back out there, guys. Junior's just leaving his stall right now. Harvick's leaving his stall right now. Very fast stop indeed. Very fast stop. All right, let's get back out there and just continue to do what we do best here at Richmond. I'll tell you what, though, the lead was not as big coming out of the pits as I hoped it would be. So now we're only 2-point-something seconds. So they actually gained like about 2-3 seconds on us during that whole pit cycle sequence. Right, just staying out way too long. But we're gonna try to keep running away with it, though. We got Robbie Gordon in front of us now, and Tina Gordon, the Gordon show. That's right there, and Jeff Gordon is up in third. There are 3 freaking Gordons in this race. Why? Why have there been 3 Gordons this season? Speaking of Tina, please get out of the way. I am once again nicely asking for you to get out of the way. Do not make me set it down in turn 3. You're making me setting it down turn 3, so you're gonna get cleared, biatch. Let's see, how big's our lead now? Just about 3 seconds. We're hoping to get to 10 by this whole pit cycle is over. Probably like 8 realistically, though. We're halfway there, and Squidward's on a chair. Leads now 4.1 seconds, and it's just only gonna get thicker and bigger at this point forward. I would tell you what, this lead is gonna get. It's kind of hard to commentate over this race, to be quite honest with you, seeing how we're just like continuing to put on a clinic, really. So, how's the weather? I mean, here in Richmond, it's a beautiful night for a race, I would say. I was honestly, it's more of a Saturday night drive, like a joyride around Richmond. I'm just driving around in circles. This traffic can sometimes really get in the way. You have to honk, you get the old horn on the lap cars, or these traffic cars in the way. You just have to honk the horn. Sometimes you have to give them the old chrome horn anyway. They'll listen to that horn instead if it's just made out of chrome. I know, like, back home in the team shop, well, not really the team shop, but, my home, my family, it's been kind of up and down with the temperatures anyway. Even making small talk during this is kind of hard, to be quite honest with you. There's our teammate from our Thunder 2000 career mode there. We're putting him a lap down, Joe Nemechek, and we already did the same thing to our other teammate in Thunder 2000, Kenny Wallace. Also a lap down as well. How many cars are even in the lead lap at this point? I don't even know. Let's take a look. How many cars on the lead lap so far? Ward Burton's somehow in the top 10, though. Go on there, son. McMurray's legitimately running 11th. We're just about half. We just kind of like lapped half the field so far. Got another half to go, but I don't know if that's going to be possible, though. If this was a custom setup race, then yeah, it would have been possible and then some. Okay. And it's always something with the pit cycle anyway. It's always something with the pit cycle really getting in the way. No, we're cutting that caution. And we're going to come down pit road. It's always something with pit road in this game. Why is it always something with pit road in this game that gives us a hard time with like the pit cycle? I had no idea Jeff Burton was going to come in that early. Well, there goes the massive lead, but at this point, I don't really care. We all know the result's going to be the same. Jeff Gordon's actually going to come out ahead of us in the pits. And a few cars have stayed out. So, eventually, they're all going to be coming down the pits eventually themselves. A little bit of right front damage, no big deal. It is a minor setback. It is a minor setback. I mean, the whole field is gonna eventually come down pit road. Literally, the only car we're really racing against right now is Jeff Gordon, and we're just gonna easily pass him. As a huge checkup on the outside. We're up to P5, P4. Some people have yet to come down pit road, however. And Jeff Burton's really annoying me, I'm not gonna lie, after that little shindig we had. Give him a piece of my mind. Give him a piece of my mind. No hand signal, no nothing. That's what you get. So we got Labonte, McMurray, and I don't know who the leader is at this point, but watch it be Ward. It is Ward Burton! Oh, that's great. I think he has to pit, though. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, though. I think Ward and McMurray will still have to come down pit road, though. That I'm quite disappointed. I hope not. McMurray's going to go for the lead, and he does. Trying to finally show some of the signs of his brilliance for the first time in, like, over 4 seasons. Seriously, the rookie season was the only time where McMurray has, like, shown any sort of brilliance in, like, flashiness anyway. Of course, you know, he won the Rookie of the Year. And we're not going to win the Rookie of the Year in 2000 either. As we, have a little reunion with our former teammate anyway, Bobby Labonte. McMurray is just still running off in the distance, but not for long, though. Not for long, though. I mean, he will eventually get past. Maybe he did pit, I guess. I would say that he did. Sadler is running in 5th. I think he stayed out, though. So he's going to have to come down pit road eventually as well. All right, see here. We're going to make the pass on McMurray to just run away with the lead. That car is just getting a lot tighter, though, because of that right front damage. Can we get him this corner? Sending it anyway. Full send. Not exactly the cleanest of passes anyway, because Thunder 04 really likes to stick cars like glue sometimes. And now we're off driving into the sunset. Judging by the delta and all that stuff, it looks like oh wow, car got very tight there. It looked like McMurray actually must have came down pit road at some point, and as well as Labonte and Ward Burton as well. They must have, because they're still keeping up lap time wise. I mean, despite me just hitting that wall right there, I mean, like they're still like not going away. Like they're kind of faster than like Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. honestly compared to earlier. So McMurray's absolutely cooking. The former Rookie of the Year battle is 1 and 2, and McMurray is a logo rival. The car is really tight now because I'm just sending it way too hard with all the aerodynamics and front downforce out the window. Gonna keep it smooth for the next 20 laps anyway. I mean, there's still nobody around to really say anything besides McMurray and Bobby Labonte really trying to make their way back up. Ward Burton fell back to 4th, and Sadler is down to 5th. I don't even know where the rest of the top 10 are. Yep, I had a feeling some people were coming on pit road. That time, well, it's the 42 of McMurray. It's still out there. Eventually, I feel like they do have to pit. Sadly enough, I don't think they're going to be able to make it. Sadler, he was in 5th or the top 5 anyway. I don't think they're going to be able to go anymore. I hope they can make it anyway. I know Harvick's about 6 seconds back. Him and I are basically are the same stuff anyway. I hope they can make it on field. The guys in the top 5, because I was saying, like, let McMurray cook, man. Let him cook. And he was cooking. He was cook. I mean, hopefully he can stay out longer. He's doing pretty good so far. Even Ward Burton's doing fine. Even Jeff Green, who did win a race legitimately, by the way. The one car actually did win at Homestead last season. Legitimately. No DNF shenanigans, no nothing. The one car has won at Homestead last season. I still can't believe that happened. So now it's still McMurray trying to hold on to 2nd. The class of 03 like really kicking ass out here tonight. McMurray just needs to stay out for another 12 laps for it to make it happen. Coming to 5 laps to go in this race. McMurray is still cooking. Ward Burton is still running in third, but I'm not sure if it's gonna last much longer with Harvick running in right behind him at this point. We have a bedlam at Richmond so far, right here, right in front of us. All these mixture of newer and older tires and lap cars and stuff like that. We can get around them, no problem. 4 laps to go in this race. I guess that caution really helped out McMurray and Ward Burton. Then they really that caution was perfectly timed for them. It was, you gotta thank Jeff Burton for that, though. I would have to say I will say that you have to really thank Jeff Burton for that, because they're not coming in. Ward and McMurray have made their beds and they're lying into it. Come on, Ward, get the podium. I'm cheering for you, Ward. Get the podium. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. What last lap here at Richmond? It's a pretty much just it's you know, Richmond, typical Richmond race for us in this career mode. We put on a clinic, but of course it doesn't come without the pit road being absolutely annoying. But we come home again to win at Richmond. Love Richmond in this game. Yes, I've lost track in terms of how many Ode to Joys I've sung because I've not played this game compared to Thunder 2000. Oh my goodness. We're gonna burn this sucker down, of course, with what fuel we have remaining. Was there ever any doubt, even with the caution, was there ever any doubt? We are the kings of Richmond. Move aside, Hamlin. We're the kings of Richmond here in this storyline.
There weren't very many lead changes.
Well, to be honest, Joe, I'm a little surprised that we didn't have more leaders. Just goes to show that with the right setup and the right strategy, you really can dominate a NASCAR Winston Cup race.
The UPS Ford got the win with an impressive margin of victory.
He worked hard to build that cushion on his lead. Pays off when you cross the finish line all by yourself.
The 88 car has someone new to look out for on race day.
Well, when you're out there
I'm scared.
banging on guys, some feathers are bound to get ruffled. Maybe after some time to cool off, they'll be back to racing with clear heads.
Ah, yes. Richmond Raceway. That and the Nick Gunther name. Well, it's pretty common. This seems like a, you know, a biannual visit, you know, to Victory Lane here at Richmond, despite, you know, damage, of course, as always. Oh, I think I saw it earlier. I had like 10 other wins prior, so I think this will be 11 of the year. We still have enough races to tie up the record, though, that we have, 19. We still have time. Come on, give me that trophy. I'll place it all along with the others. For the 11th time this season, we get to sing Ode to Joy. No sponsorship money, but who gives a shit at this point? Ourselves with the dub, Jamie McMurray, the class of 2003, really cooked today in terms of the finishing order. Ward Burton ends up in third with that perfectly timed caution. Harvick fourth, Earnhardt fifth, Jeff Gordon sixth, Steve Park seventh, Tony Stewart eighth, Mark Martin ninth, and Kurt Busch rounds out your top 10. We take a look at the rest of the grid. Even Fittipaldi took advantage of that caution. Casey Mears as well, top 15. Mike Bliss, a fantasy driver, finished in the top 20. Brian Vickers, Tina Gordon, Kevin Grubb all had, I guess, respectable days, I guess, for them. Sadler continues to be useless. And that's pretty much all she wrote. And poor Nadu didn't really benefit from that caution very well. Yes. Up to New Hampshire in the next episode. I mean, that basically points us up to at least almost a 200-point gap. And of course, it's not over yet, though. It's still not over. We still have at least one last quarter of the season to go. Yeah, final 10 races of the year. Final 10 races of the playthrough is coming up. It's been a hell of a road since we first started this whole shebang. Anyway, if you like the episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And we'll see you in the next one at New Hampshire.